G'day guys, another day in the art studio. I've had a really productive day today. Not sure which order I'll put a few videos on that I've done, but I've had some real just fun myself, painting, some fun and therapy I'm calling it, and I've really enjoyed my session in my little art room today. So I'm doing another, I've got an idea that I want to do on a real big canvas for myself for above my bed. So I thought I will try the idea on this is a 40 by 50 canvas. So I'll try it on this first and see how I go with the effect that I'm trying to achieve, and yeah, you know, just hope that I can get there. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just explain it as I go along. I'm using the Mont Studio Acrylics, lovely 2-litre containers. Just tip them out into cup nice and thick, and highly pigmented, great. Told you all before, love them. I've swapped over recently to using the clear PVA craft glue, which is the Mont also, and I just add it to my paint and stir until I get the consistency that of a particular pour. So this one is just leaving a tiny trace. As you know, if anybody that you follow what I do, I don't measure anything because I find that you have to add some more pouring medium to some paints and less to some. So if I give you exact measurements and it didn't turn out because some were thick or thin, then that's not a good thing either. So I just find that just adding 2 paints is put an amount of paint. The thing is, I don't make up paints just for one canvas. So I can't give you like, oh, for a 40 by 50 you need how many ounces of paint. That's not me. You may have to look other artists that do it that way, because I'm an abstract artist. I love doing it, just go by the seat of my pants and do it whatever way I'm feeling at the time, and I certainly don't measure anything. So sorry about that. So I've made up some paints that I want to test, and I've mixed it with my clear PVA. I always advise this silicone you can get anywhere. You can get it in the US under $5 in the US, and certainly in Australia. You can get it off our online supplier that I've got a link to, and if you Google it, Amazon or eBay if you're in the US. But I know there's quite a few of the US get this, and there's a few of the artists that do brilliant work and have said they've changed to this and only use 1 drop, and it's been a game changer for them. So I highly recommend that. I'm not paid by the company, they don't supply it, so I'm not affiliated anyway. I just know that I love it. Now, I've showed you in previous pours my Swifty swipe. So I've gone and created just a different shape Swifty swipe for this particular pour. What I find is, because this has got the handle on that angle, it was a spatula. I just cut out a piece of the clear plastic file divider, which is nice and soft, but then so that's all smooth that side, and then I just stuck it to my spatula because then I can unstick it and change it. But what I wanted today was to have a specific area to be able to swipe with. So I just thought, oh, you just utilize my Swifty swipe, but just in a different manner today. So a couple of things. I've got that. I might just try, I'll tell you what, we'll go along with it as I like to in life. Go along with it. If you encounter any problems, work it out, then work through them. But what I want to get through to you more than anything is your paint experience, yours and mine. It's just about rest, relaxation and therapy, to just be in the moment, doing what you feel comes to you. It doesn't matter what other people think or say. just go with it. Just kiss and roll with it, and be happy you've got this outlet, this art outlet to fall back on. Even if you're only somebody that watches the art on YouTube, that is also giving you a kind of therapy, that you're just able to relax and chill out. Okay, I had a lovely lady that contacted me that was all full of hurt because her daughter, who was only 13, Kaylee, had a stroke, and she's in hospital in the Michigan hospital, and the mom was really stressed out and obviously really upset. She came out for a bit of a break and sat out in the waiting room and put a mobile phone on, decided to watch one of my paws, and ended up smiling and laughing at some of the silly things that I do say. And she said the nurses come out and said, "Oh, it's nice to see you smiling and happy. What are you know?" And she showed them what she was watching, one of my videos, and that it was art video, and that it made her smile. So she said a few nights later she walked past the nurses station. This is Michigan. I have got the name of the hospital wrote down, but I'm not I don't know if I'm allowed to say the full name, to give a shout out to all the wonderful nurses who are nursing Kaylee, 13-year-old that's had a stroke. But she said that then she walked past the nurses station, and there had all the nurses huddled over another one's phone, watching my videos. And she said, "No, they're all a fan now, they're all watching your videos." So how special is that, really? I just found that really emotional and wonderful, that it's Kaylee's mom has gone out there and had a bit of time to herself, and it's given her just something else to focus on instead of the horrible event that's happened in Kaylee's life, and obviously will change her life. But I really do believe, for whatever reason, that Kaylee will get better. So I will just check if I'm allowed to mention full names when I list this video on my acrylic art site on Facebook, so we can give a shout out and a bit of support to Kaylee's mom, and a shout out to all the nurses, which I was one myself years ago. So a shout out to the nurses that do an absolutely wonderful job and that are looking after Kaylee at this present time. And of course a special shout out because you watch my videos. So to you guys and you nurses that do an absolute wonderful job, I thank you for joining me, and thank you for what you do. So okay, without further ado, as you've seen, I covered the whole surface in the white. So I'm going to add this gorgeous teal that I did make myself out of the turquoise, and I did add a bit of dark green to it, so I sort of wanted the greeny tinge. So I'm going to do just a bit odd than I would normally do. Gonna do, it doesn't matter that they're odd lumpy things that I'm doing here, there and everywhere. I'm gonna try not to go overboard, which that to me is, if you all know me, that's pretty hard. I think I might. So that was a custom colour. This is the cerulean, lovely cerulean blue. Yeah. Okay. So. This is a piece of art that I want to do that has some negative space, but I got in my mind an effect, but whether it will turn out that way remains to be seen. So this is the gold. what I want to just try with this blue, because I just want bits of it. So this is the phthalo blue, and I've done it quite thin. I have a little teeny tiny pipette. I'm not sure if I should have just do what I'm doing, but I'm just going to try squeezing some of this blue up in the pipette to see how we go, because I just want this in like little droplets. So I'm not sure if the effect in my head will come out, but I just try. So this is just a little pipette. I think I picked up from the dollar store, something like that maybe. So it kind of looks like every bit of nothing, doesn't it? But I'm really hoping that the beauty comes out in it. Okay, that's enough of that. Or do I put a little bit more dark in? Now I'm probably gonna... Okay, in for a penny, in for a pound. Let's see how we go. So if you nurses from the Michigan hospital are watching, come on girls, have a paint day. Have a paint day, get the girls out having a paint day. So let me and show me, get onto my Acrylic Art by Julie Cube Facebook page. I also have a Pinterest page, and I have Instagram, so you can join me on any one of those. Okay, one thing I wanted to do, I wanted to add a bit of silver, but I didn't have any silver left to mix up of the acrylic, so I'm going to use the pre-made pouring paint, just a bit of silver. It may not work in there, but it may do, so I'm going to just dot in some of the pre-made silver. Okay, I haven't tried that mixed up with that before. I'm going to go back over it. I'm actually going to use a white swipe. Can you believe it? People won't believe it that watch me, because I don't like swiping in white or black. I like just putting a bit of colour in there, but I'm going to do that today. So it looks a bit of nothing, doesn't it? Let's hope some Jilly magic happens here. Jilly magic. Okay. Miss Swifty swipe tool. Should I start from the centre? So okay, this one, my other Swifty swipes I arch off. This one I haven't, I've left straight because I want to do this. So just put it in about a centimetre, just taking it down, and I hope some magic happens. I actually didn't think the colour would come all the way to the bottom, so I obviously need less colour if I don't want it to come all the way to the bottom. Just wiping my Swifty swipe off in between each swipe, but it's so much better because you can control it while it's got on this handle. So if there's anyone out there that'd like to make these for us all, I'm sure we'd buy them, wouldn't we, guys? I'm not sure what I do. I just want to leave that. What do I want to do there? No, I will go over with my heat wand. Love this heat wand, love it. Don't care what anyone says, it is blooming marvellous. This particular brand is MOFA, MOFA heat tool. If you're looking for it in US or United Kingdom, but if you're in Australia, we have this on the Australian online, which the link is in the bottom of my work, and I love it. Anybody that can't use this tool to the best effect, then you're not using it correctly. Just give it more of a go. Great, so less dangerous. I didn't actually want the colour right to the bottom, so obviously I need to use far less colour. Oh, the cells are popping up all nice and gently. I don't want this one too many cells in it. As I said when I started, I wanted more of a soft effect. Oh, look at that dark blue. See, I probably needed to put a bit more of that dark blue in there. Might even have to add a bit of it. I wanted the effect like a waterfall effect. That's why I thought on a big oblong canvas behind my bed, like a waterfall effect. Not getting the cells so much through the gold, and what I didn't add any silicone in the gold because I just forgot. Oh, look at that. That dark blue's really popping. That is. I wanted to kind of, my envisage of it was the cells at the top and just disappearing a little bit, but I wanted more of the white at the bottom. So it's just a learning curve, but I shall work with that because I can see it's definitely got potential. So I'll just grab this is just a little skewer, but I don't use the pointy end, I use the flat end. I just want to see if I can run out I don't want to actually swipe those bits, I just want to add a bit of point of difference in them. So it's just bringing this through a bit here. This is what I wanted, was the negative space in it. I've got some more things planned for this, which you will see in a second. And just a little bit of colour through the white, through the negative space area. But I just think on a big long canvas it would look so effective. Really lovely. Okay, I will probably work a little bit more with picking out that for a little while. There'll be photos on at the end, but I've got another thing that I want to do. I want to gillify it. Of course, I want to gillify it. That will start to change, but I think in my big one I definitely want to add the darker blue and actually put the silicone in the gold. The gold is coming up now. But so you all know what gillifying is, but that is a lovely soft effect. So I've got my little water balloon, the new one. It's been going for about a week. So I'm going to just see what I can do with this to embellish. Oh, it might be nice to have just a few at the top embellishments. So just want them at the top. Pretty, pretty. Just go over those. Just using your little water balloons. Just having that little bit of water in it just gives the weight to bring up some lovely effects. So just in the top of my picture I will have these gorgeous little feathery effects. Well, they're like fairies at the top of my waterfall. Like me, hey, off with the fairies. that's cute. I like that. I don't really want to add anything else except at the top like that. That's pretty cool. You can push it in there and add, see the bit on your balloon, just push it into the negative space. That's it's very delicate, so unlike me. But you know what? I can imagine that on my nice big one, on the back of my bed, my terrific little Swifty swipe, which you can make all different shapes. So simple. So somebody needs to start making these for us with that angled end, because they are so handy. So if somebody could make this, somebody in China make this for us with the angled ends and then with the different shapes of the soft plastic that you can put on the end, that would be brilliant. I will turn this around for you to have a look at a different perspective of it. It's very delicate, as I said, unlike me, very feminine and wispyish. I would definitely put some more darker blue when I do it for my big one, for my room. And I would have liked some, probably just only take the paint down so far. So I'll work that out as you do and see what I can do to alter it into something that I'm really, really happy with. But, you know, that's just soft and delicate and I like it. So look at that, guys. The cells are just, they're not overbearing, they're delicate, and it will develop, so it just looks like it bubbles underneath the water, like a waterfall type thing. But oh my god, I like that. That's cool, because I've got so many ideas running around in my head now to alter that or change it. But look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thanks. If you haven't already, please do so. I'm very appreciative, and it's free. If you haven't hit the notification button, please do, so you won't miss any of my exciting art lab experiments, because I've got a whole chalkboard here that's full of ideas that I keep writing down. So I'm going to try and work through them. So keep safe, people. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, there will be photos at the end to show you how this dried. Until then, bye for now.